Hey everyone, Digital David here. Today in this video, I'm going to be checking out the Lexar NM710 Gen 4 NVMe SSD. I did receive the sample directly from Lexar, but I want you to know that any opinion expressed in this video is strictly my own. That being said, if you're interested in this drive or you want to find out more about it, the link to it will be in the video description. This is available in multiple storage capacities. You'll see that we have the 1 terabyte version here. Everything looks great, beautiful retail box and packaging with their advertised speeds up to 5,000 megabytes per second for our read speeds. And you bet we're going to be testing that out. Now let's go ahead, let's open this up and see what's inside. Here are all the contents. First up, we have our installation guide and warranty info. This does have a 5-year warranty. The same information repeats itself in multiple languages. Next, you'll see the drive itself. It's the size of our finger, really more the thickness of like a fingernail. 1 terabyte right there, unbelievable. Lexar 710 front and center on it. You can flip it over to the back side. You'll see some additional product information. This is the 1 terabyte version. So everything looks great. Again, super small. These drives are amazing with the capacity that you get. Now let's go ahead, let's get it installed. So on your motherboard, you'll have to identify your M.2 slot. In this case, this is the one we're going to use with our removable heatsink right there. Love this design too, just a quick release. So we'll take our drive, you're going to line it up. It's only going to fit one way, so keep that in mind. And then just gently press in place. So there we go. And then we're going to just lock it in. And then we'll take this piece again, we'll slide it in. And for us, it'll just snap shut just like that. We have now successfully installed our M.2 drive. Now let's go ahead and try it out. We've completed all of our benchmarking tests. First, I wanted to give you a frame of reference with what Lexar advertises for this particular drive. I'm not sure what software they use to achieve these results or anything along those lines, but it's a good frame of reference for us. So they advertise up to 5,000 megabytes per second read speeds for this drive and up to 4,500 megabytes per second write speeds for this drive. What did we actually get? Well, that's going to vary pretty substantially depending on the software program that we used. So first up with NovaBench, you'll see that we got a read score of 1824 for this drive. Now don't freak out. I know it's not the 5,000 that's advertised, but across the average of multiple Gen 4 drives that we've reviewed, you'll see the average is substantially lower than those advertised claims that a manufacturer would make. So using this particular test on a drive, the average for Gen 4 drives is about 25 megabytes per second. Same can be said for write speed. So we got 4106 for our write speed, well below the 4500 that's advertised. And you'll see for this particular drive on average, we're seeing with Gen 4 drives anywhere between 5440 for what you should theoretically expect. Now, as you're seeing these discrepancies here, there'll be a factor at the very end that will help kind of bring this all together so you can get a feel for if this drive is right for you in regards to performance. So next up, you're seeing we got a read score using Crystal DiskMark of 4908. That is super close to the 5,000 that's advertised, but this is going to be well below the average of 6609. So with this particular drive, you might be seeing it's going to fall in the middle of the pack in regards to performance because some Gen 4 drives can really push the read and write speeds up to, 7,000 megabytes per second. So read scores very close to what's advertised, and same with write scores. We got a score of 4370 for this drive, still below the average for Gen 4 drives that we've reviewed, which comes in at 6157, but well within the range of their claim of 4,500 megabytes per second. So that's great to see. Next, ASSSD, you'll see we got a score of 4010, which is still below the average across all of the drives of 5127. Moving right along for our write speed, same story here. We got a score of 3681 compared to the average of 5005. And then Blackmagic, we got a read score of 3888 compared to an average of 4864 for megabytes per second. And then write speeds very similar as well too, 3620 compared to an average of 4820. So now bringing everything together is our cost per gigabyte. This metric will help us see what is the value of this drive and is it worthwhile. So in this case, we are seeing a cost of 6 cents per gigabyte for the NM710 compared to an average of 8 cents per gigabyte. So we took this information, the 25% difference in price, and we averaged out all of our read and write speeds across all of our tests. And guess what? We found the exact same percentage there. We were getting 25% less performance. So it's good to see that we have this option with this particular drive on the market today, giving us 75% of the top of the line Gen 4 speeds and performance at only 75%, right? We don't want to see that be 100% because then we're overpaying for less performance. In this case, it's perfectly in line with each other. As a consumer, we'd love to see it even a little bit lower, but this is well within range, and it shows you this particular drive, the Lexar NM710, fits a nice void in the middle of the Gen 4 market, not giving you the fastest speeds, but it's also not going to be the most expensive drive, so it's a great way to get some of the Gen 4 speeds without breaking the bank, allowing you maybe to upgrade from Gen 3 or to get a different capacity maybe you couldn't afford otherwise. So it's nice to see this particular drive exist on the market today. And lastly, as a bonus to us, we have another value add here. We're actually getting a better warranty. So we're paying the same, price to performance per gigabyte ratio, however you want to say that, but we're actually coming out ahead in regards to warranty by about half a year. So that's pretty sweet right there too. So you'll see we got a 5-year warranty with this drive compared to 4.4 for the average.